You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour. Why don't you just chill?
Everything copacetic?
Yeah, copacetic.
This is the Copacetic Hour. Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Yes, this is the copacetic hour. Copacetic is a term meaning everything is fine, cool, and in excellent order. This podcast is an area for open discussion, but not for the weak-hearted nor the simple-minded. And although we may not always agree, we will always exemplify respect. And at the same time, nobody, and I do mean nobody, is exempt from getting these jokes. Everything copacetic. Yo, it's your host, Five. We got three new host guests. Well, really one new host guest on here. Other two are definitely regulars on the podcast. We got my dog, DQ. What's good, baby?
What's the deal, bro?
And we got my beautiful, lovely wife.
Hey.
And the beautiful Miss King. Miss Jasmine King, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I am doing fine. I'm doing wonderful. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
I know it's been maybe a year and a half, a little more than that.
It's been a minute for sure. So how y'all doing? How's y'all quarantine going? DQ, we got your update on your quarantine. How's it been going since the last time we got your update?
Everything been smooth, man. I mean, shit, pretty much the same thing. Sitting in the crib and trying my hardest not to lose my mind.
I feel it. What about you, Miss Cass?
It's been cool. Working from home for half the day, basically, and then I'm an in-store shopper, so that's basically the second half of my day. So that's probably the only time I get out the house and will leave the house is for that.
Okay.
So other than that, I'll be inside.
I hope you're a good in-store shopper because we be having sucky-ass indoor shoppers, guys.
We've had some terrible ones.
Really? Okay, so do they communicate with you? Because some people, see,
I
that's what you
literally
have to do.
them go to the store, not contact me at all. Like, they'll send the first message, like, hey, we just started shopping your order.
Mm-hmm.
And then 20 minutes later, hey, we're on your way, or we're almost done shopping your order. Is there anything else you'd like me to get? I'm like, was there anything missing? Yeah. Maybe those things.
Right. So,
maybe finding a good substitution would be good, but no.
Right.
I'm like, well, how would I know what else I want you to get when I don't even know what you got?
Right.
You just went shopping with my money for fun. Like, I don't know what you got.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes
I'm not really familiar with the whole in-store shopping thing. Because somebody explained that to me.
Yeah.
That sounds like some real bougie shit.
I mean,
Jackson's is bougie.
Technically, it's more reasonable for a lot of people. One, if you're super, super busy, you got a family, you don't have time to go to the grocery store after work. But especially now, we've had so many new delivery drivers, in-store shoppers coming in, but it's just our way of hey, stay at home, keep the family safe, we'll shop for you, we'll do whatever. But for me, there's an in-store shopper, so I get orders through my phone. I shop, I pay for it. We have a store card that we use, and then we just stage everything in the fridge or the freezer or the shelf until the delivery driver comes. They're the ones who pick it up and then they deliver. So you might get somebody who's just a shopper, you might get somebody who does both, or you might just get a delivery driver. So that communication part is probably why you don't know what replacements you got, or if they substituted something else. But for me, I just try to communicate the whole time because a lot of people are vegan and certain kind of dog food. I don't have any pets and I don't want to mess that up. So,
right.
But you also have the option to refund it. So if I know it's something off the wall that's a replacement, I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to give you back your money and then you go get it yourself.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because when we have our shit been so bad, when we have a good one, we've been tipping their ass.
Right.
$20, $30. Man, you did good. Here you go.
Here you go. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right.
There are some people out here, I had the same girl twice, and both times she did a terrible job.
It's from Western, by the way.
Oh,
right.
Lord.
And so I'm like, man, I have her on Instagram, so I want to send her a message like, "Hey, can you stop messing up? Like,
I know she's
Dang.
seen my name.
Right, DM me
help
next
me."
time you have a question. Right. Lord,
Shit.
that's crazy.
I ain't gonna bust you out on the podcast, but damn, nigga, do better.
Mess up again, and I will. Like, shoot.
Shit.
Y'all crazy, man. Yeah, that's a little too bougie for me, man. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Plus, that's probably like your only time
Dang.
now to get out the house is to go to the grocery store. So you're probably not even thinking about
Yeah.
having somebody shop for you.
That's what's up, man. To me, I don't know, man. I'm real. I guess you can call it an overreactor when it comes to this whole virus. So I want to do all my own shopping. I'm not eating out. I'm not doing nothing. No curbside, no nothing. I'm cooking every meal. Oh, that shit charged.
Facts.
Yeah, I walk around. I walk around with a big ass can of Lysol. Like it's bad for me.
Shit.
Are you serious about the 6 feet? Like, be in the grocery store, like.
Hey, listen, 6 feet. I'm stiff on the niggas. They walk past me.
I just keep it 6 feet distance in the house. I be like, back up.
Right.
I keep the sanitizer on deck. Y'all might see me squeezing throughout the podcast.
Oh my God.
It's a habit now.
It's a habit, man. It's bad for me.
Shit, this gonna be the new life, like mask and all this shit. Like that's just gonna be normal.
I'm glad I wasn't like a big touchy-feely person in general, because now nobody gets a hug. Right. Nobody gets a handshake. Dap, maybe, but like, probably not. Just say.
And that's how I was, man. I was real, like I was a super clean person, and I always was real big on boundaries. But now, like, nigga, don't even walk past me. It's crazy, man. I'm outside, just doing like some jogging and walking around my complex, and I ran into matter of fact, I ran into Nas, because Nas lived in the same area I was.
Yeah.
And he walked up to me like, "What's good?" I'm like, "Hold up, stay over there."
Right.
I need 10 feet, man. But yeah, man, it's crazy that, you know what I'm saying, this is a life that we live in right now, man. And I really don't see this changing at all going forward.
No. Like, China, everybody be wearing masks and shit. That's how we really finna be.
Yeah.
Just something to get used to, honestly.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. I did want to get into our lovely guest, Miss Jazz. She has a interesting job other than being a shopper.
Right, and 5 other jobs.
Right, you know what I'm saying? She really Jamaican. Y'all don't know. She got
I mean, you see my background, it's kind of
right.
I don't know. She works for. How do you want me to present this? Like, you work for
a professional sports team.
A professional sports team. Yes. Okay. Works for a professional sports team. We're not gonna say who, because ain't no telling what might come out of my mouth to make her lose her job. So.
And I appreciate that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, how is that? What are you doing specifically with your job?
So, I work on the event side. So we plan all of the pregame events, things that have to do with our members, community events. So we're kind of like the liaison between each department to help get that running. So now there are no people to physically come in contact with, or rooms to set up, or, things like that. So really everything is virtual. So virtual events is obviously the way to go. It's different because it happened so quickly, but we had to do something to keep in contact with our members to make sure, like, hey, I know we're going through this time, but this is what we're gonna do. We want to make sure you're good. We want to make sure you're still connected. So basically that's what we've been doing. We've done a couple of event series, a couple of just random, or like one of the chefs will come and do like a display of how to make a certain dish, and they can ask questions.
Do the video, he's showing you how to make the dish.
Yeah, so like how we're on right now, but it would just be like him on the screen, and all the members are just watching. But because of so many people that tune in, we can't see their faces, or so like everything is muted. We can't see them, but they can only see the person talking. So I mean, it's cool just to kind of get some kind of interaction with them, because we don't want to leave them hanging. Like, they're supporting us. So the least we can do is reach out and make sure that they're good, give them something to look forward to. have some Q&As, and obviously answer the questions we can, but,
Right.
Other than that, just make sure that they're good. So, I mean, it's been cool. It's different. We're still trying to learn. Now we have to be a little bit more creative, trying to figure out ways to, as this thing hopefully ends, don't know when, but when it does, it's not going to be just a, hey, come to this event, because nobody's going to come, but they're going to be hesitant. So it's trying to find that transition into it, or do we keep doing both? We do, face-to-face events, and then we also keep doing virtual events. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but so far it's been good. We got a lot of good feedback. So
do you guys charge admission to the virtual events? How does that work?
Nope. So literally send them a link, Zoom link, and we're popping on just like this. I mean, they've already done
one of those links. You have to send me one of those links to those events. Let me feel like I'm doing something fancy.
Right. No, we got you.
Lord.
So, what is something that you were doing before this COVID thing that you miss about the job now?
I miss the atmosphere, because after planning everything, and then just finally seeing okay, all the fans are here, they're really excited, the food is good, they get to meet and greet with new members, meet and greet with their reps, the players. So it's just the whole atmosphere, just sitting there looking at a screen.
Right.
It's cool for the time, and thank you for, reaching out, but there's nothing like a physical touch or a, face to face, maybe even get an autograph, things like that. So I just miss seeing the excitement on people's faces, especially kids and stuff like that. So that's probably the most part I miss, is just the atmosphere.
That's
Because
dope.
the work is easy because I like doing it.
That's dope. Yeah. Who wouldn't like doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dope.
Now you do events individually as well. You still do the event planning?
Yeah, still. It's kind of on hold just because I moved, and, we haven't really had a chance to revamp. So that's one conversation I have to see what we're going to do moving forward, because I still would love to do it. And now that I'm here, it's just prime opportunity for me down here. So hopefully.
Definitely. Yeah, especially in your area. Definitely.
Exactly.
Better get that money.
So I got a couple people I've reached out to, and they're supportive of it. So I think I might have a good team to help me out.
Good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We talked to Essence 2 weeks ago. She did episode 12, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I just listened to it when I was working out the other day, because y'all are my workout. It helps me, because I'll be like, all right, one more mile.
I appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So have you met outside of the team you represent? Have you met any famous people not even just the athletes? Have you met just any famous people, period? Have you had any interactions? Have they asked hey, you're doing a good job, will you plan this for me? Do you have to do hey, I need some chicken, go give me some chicken?
I mean, I will definitely do that if asked. But there's been times where somebody told somebody they knew on my team that they needed something, and then I would be the runner to go get it. Okay. But I see them all the time, but there's also that moment where it's I don't want to be
awesome.
Oh my God, exactly. Right. Too excited, or be okay, I'm trying to be cool, but I kind of want your autograph.
You don't want to be a groupie.
Exactly. I don't want to do that. But
if you was ugly, you could go up and be, so friendly and shit with them, it wouldn't be no problem. But since you pretty, you can't be doing that shit. God damn it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's interesting, but I get starstruck sometimes. I'm just he's 5 feet away from me, and I'm text my mom guess what I just so
exactly.
we make eye contact, and I'm I know he saw me. That was a high. I knew. So I get excited.
Yeah,
but
who do you get that from? Who did you get that from? Who was your first star?
It was
top 3 starstruck moments so far.
Well, definitely one of the players on our team who is a legend.
Nah, that nigga don't count. We can't say his name. Shit.
I know. Okay, Chris Tucker for sure that was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would
Yeah.
happen with me too. I'd be like, just stuck.
Yes, and I think it was like something happened where he was in like whatever the club was, and I think his mom or somebody was coming, and you know, security is security, so they're like, I don't know who, you know,
Who is
so
who?
he just like, right, so he just looking at them like, my mom, and you know who I am, so you know, so it was interesting to see how that actually works, because people don't really know who these celebrities are, or you know, they family obviously.
You didn't know
But that
who
was
Tucker was?
well, his mom. They didn't know like who she, you know.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean,
Guess she wasn't too starstruck over these motherfuckers. Goddamn.
right.
Nigga, she can't say it. You're gonna give away the team.
Exactly. No, but I feel you though, because I remember I had a photograph one event that had like a few retired NFL players, and it took everything in me to just like go and take the pictures and not be like, oh my gosh. And like one of them is Greg Jennings, which I had met Greg Jennings like earlier in life because we have like mutual family connections and stuff.
Right.
So I had met him, but like not since he had been like an NFL player, like talk show person and everything. And so I was like, hi. And he's just like, you gonna show me the picture? I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, okay. And then his wife is just looking at me and she's cracking up. And I'm just like, what is going on? I can't imagine having that happen like on a regular. That'd be crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. But even back home, like in Kalamazoo, when he came he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Right. And I helped run that. That was even like an awe moment, like, you know, contacting him, making sure he was good, making sure, you know, kind of hee-ha-ha with his family, like, let me be a part. But cool. That was even cool.
The Jennings is cool.
They are really cool.
Like, them is like real black people. You know what I'm saying?
Like when he gave his speech, he was just so thankful for like to his parents and his wife. Like he got emotional. I was just like, now that's real black love right there. You know, and to your parents, to your wife, like everything was just so genuine.
That's what's up. So you can't think of two other people, just
Boosie. I mean, I didn't really have a moment, but he's always around.
I almost gave it.
He's hanging around.
Hey, you gonna get a giveaway now?
He's everywhere. So
God damn it!
I saw Neo at the grocery store.
You saw who?
Neo. I mean, that wasn't starstruck, but
was that nigga head really that big?
He had on a hat, of course.
Okay.
He always got on a hat.
It was real low, and I think one of my coworkers like saw him and like he made eye contact with her, and he was like don't say nothing. Like, let me just shop in peace. Let me go home. But I think because they get those moments all the time, that's why for me, I'm like, let me just be a normal person. Let me just, if I say hi, let me just say hi, and that's it. Some people just get too excited, and then, you know.
That's why I don't be wanting to meet the motherfuckers I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if they're an asshole to me, then I really just feel like I need to beat your ass. I've been
yeah, and now I'm really over here feeling like super bougie because like how is Neo doing his own grocery shopping, but I'm having like in-store shopping.
Right. Exactly. Yep. But a lot of people
told y'all that shit was bougie, man.
I didn't know. Neo over there at Kroger doing his own shopping. Like,
okay. I mean, it's chilling. I didn't even know who.
I'm in this bitch in a full bodysuit with a mask on, goggles on, everything. Y'all got deliveries, man. Y'all too much for me.
Spraying the groceries down. You know what I'm saying? We good over here.
Y'all got gloves and masks and all that stuff.
Got all of that. Yeah. Virus filters. Everything.
Good.
Next thing I wanted to get into was The Last Dance came out this Sunday. Episode 5 and 6. I got some takeaways. What did y'all think?
I thought it was pretty interesting, man. This past weekend was, especially talking about the Tony Kukoc situation, because I mean, for us at this point, we look at Tony Kukoc, okay, he a bull. But just the whole backstory, you know what I'm saying? I knew he came from overseas and all that stuff, but I didn't know that all that happened when they played each other in the world tournaments or whatever. and then kind of knowing like the whole I guess issues with Scotty and the GM.
Yeah.
It was too much, man. So
Yeah.
it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
The fact that, well, because I think it was the previous, I think it was the Sunday before when they talked about how the Pistons had rules for Jordan whenever they played him, and it was kind of like that toward Tony, but like 10 times worse. And it's like, look, you gonna try to be a part of our team, we're gonna break you in and see if you're really ready. Like the fact that he only had 4 points.
Right.
I was looking, was it like the whole first game or something? I was just like, that's crazy. But back then, all the hacking and all that stuff, you can do that all day. They're not calling nothing.
Right. They said like it's not a foul unless you draw blood, and I'm just like, dang. Like,
exactly. But they were tough back then. They were like, all right, this is normal.
That rule had to change after Magic Johnson got the diagnosis. Like you can't be drawing blood with that going on.
Oh my god.
Damn, babe.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, like, sheesh.
I mean, that's yep.
That shit was.
I thought it was. Yeah, she came at Magic Johnson.
Oh
so
shit!
crazy.
Right. Okay.
I mean, he survived it. He's good. He's straight.
Man, you know.
I mean,
related. Goddamn. So one thing I did find interesting. The first thing I found was that this nigga Jordan wanted to be on Adidas, and Adidas just couldn't handle it. They was fucking up, and they was like, "Look, we can't offer this nigga no shoe, cuz sorry."
Like the fact that you couldn't do everything in your power to turn whatever y'all had to turn around for Jordan, like, y'all not know how powerful of a statement that would have been? Like,
if you ever get like a letter, a phone call, email saying that somebody as big, even in my generation, somebody on the level of Jordan wanted to work with me, and I'm just like, I can't make it work.
Right. What?
How do you sound?
And you got to, but then again, you also got to think about like this early '80s, and
True.
Nike really wasn't like booming like that.
Right.
It was really Adidas had the game, especially like when it comes to like music and stuff. You know, Run DMC, that's all they were was Adidas and shit like that.
But that's the point. This is right up your alley. Nike is the one that was like, I mean, we can try.
Right.
And now look at
it. Yeah. So Nike came into the pitch already knowing like, all right, Jordan not about to sign with us, but we about to at least see. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes. Like
that shit was crazy though.
He said his mom had to talk him into going.
Right.
That's how you know you always gotta listen to your mom. Like his mom was like,
they
you
know.
gonna get on that plane and you gonna go see what these Nike people got to talk about.
Right.
Exactly.
So I don't want to. You're gonna go. Now look at him.
Right. She knew.
Facts.
She knew something was gonna happen. Like I think they said that after like he signed, they were just gonna try to at least get $3 million over the course of like 4 years. Ended up with like was it like 126 or something like that in like first year. I was like, okay. Like I wonder how Adidas really felt after that.
Stupid.
It was like, shit. What more do you want from me? That nigga was selling shoes and then just started getting big. Then it was like, the fuck? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Got fired, all of that. Shit.
Doug, but when he played his last game in those was it the Air Jordan 1s? Like, he's talking about his feet were all bloody. I was looking at him play and I'm like, those are not actual hoop shoes.
No, at all.
Those are like, you wear them to be like to look good, not to hoop. Like, what are you doing?
Casual boys.
At that point, I'm like, you know better. He said he took his shoe off and had a sock full of blood. I'm like, dang.
Right. He's like, I'm gonna play in these though, because it's about to be a winner.
And still have 45.
Still.
Man, not me. Fuck that.
I better look halftime. I gotta get changed.
Stood up good.
Fuck that. Another thing I thought it was dope is how the Jordan 1 brought like the NBA into the hip hop era with Spike Lee, The Right Thing, you know what I'm saying? And then they, took off to, Iverson doing commercials with Jadakiss and, LeBron doing all the commercials with all the rappers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that being the forefront of that is super dope.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like that whole Spike Lee commercial, like it took it to a whole nother level, man. As far as the marketing, it took it to a whole nother level. And then you remember like Spike Lee when it comes to just like black representation.
Yeah.
Spike Lee was the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then have Jordan in the commercial. Well, he's in Jordan commercial marketing his shoe.
Yep.
That was crazy, man. That was huge right there.
Super huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I wonder, like as a Nike exec during this time, because I mean we still talking about early '80s. I wonder was like, did they come in like with some type of risk, like, man, like, should we really do this, or you know what I'm saying? But I mean, Jordan, he was a bona fide star. Like when he first got to the league, it wasn't even no question though. You know what I'm saying? So,
Not at all.
at that point, you got to do whatever this man want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to their marketing team. Shout out to Nike for doing it, because you know you thinking like, oh, we gonna put all this stuff into hip hop and black culture. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know at the time that, you know, or maybe they did know we would go out there and buy all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got a high buying power.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, even to this day, though, man, it's still the same thing to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when we opened back up down here, the line for the mall when it was open,
Jordan.
I was like, for them shoes, I got my shoes though. I was like, okay, but do you have a fever? Are you coughing? Like, you know what? You know, was it worth the risk? Like, I hope you wear these every single day. You know, I don't know.
You got to. I'm gonna be wearing them at your funeral.
Right. I mean, I'm not a sneakerhead, so I don't get it, but
crazy. The craziest thing I heard Jordan say in this documentary was two crazy topics that Jordan was saying Clyde Drexler is not fucking with me, like on no level, nigga. This nigga, I don't know who the fuck thought he was good, but this nigga not me. And then the fucking Jerry Krause, the GM, said, I mean, you know, the team is good, but the organization is what's great. You know what I'm saying?
God.
This whole ass nigga. Oh my God. It's terrible.
I don't even know how Jerry stayed around as long as he did. Like,
man, what?
Unless this documentary is literally just highlighting the worst characteristics that he has, like, I couldn't be in a room with him for like 10 minutes. This is so irritating.
It's a little more complex.
I think that's what it is, man. I think it might have been an interview with Scotty, like on episode 2. But one thing that he said that kind of stood out, he said Jerry always wanted to feel like he was like one of the players, like he wanted to be part of the club instead of just because I mean, and when you're in a role like that, as far as like front office, it's got to be some type of separation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it has to be some type of separation.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be okay with your role. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like Suge Knight say, man. You don't want nobody dancing all in the videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cool. And Jerry wanted to be part of the club. If you look at all the celebration clips that they showed, you see him trying to like pop champagne and cigars, and all the players ignoring his ass and shit. Man. So
he's like the worst
crazy,
side chick ever.
Like,
that's play exactly your role.
Like let them. They're the ones who put in all the work on the court to get you where you want to be. So why not?
Exactly, man.
Then it's like, you know.
Exactly, man. But it's unfortunate though.
Yeah, like with that mentality, it's like, okay, how were you before all of this? Like, was there something where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna go hard on the business side, so that way when I make it, you know, it's gonna be all about me because I did this and I did that. And it's like, no, like, you know, the team and the organization are one, but there's also different departments of it. So you play your part, we play ours. Let's, you know, make it happen. But he was just
shit.
I think it was another statement.
I think it was just the lack of recognition for him, and it seemed like when it came down to the championships, he wanted to make it like he damn near wanted himself to be the MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Bro, that nigga was like, he's like, the one, I'm the one.
You in the front office, your recognition is the check. That's as far as it goes. Like, you lucky anybody knows your name. This documentary is the best thing that can happen for him because he's about to be a household name after this. Not in a good way, but we don't know who he is. That's what he wanted so bad.
We don't know exactly who he is.
Speaking of
generations,
speaking of not in a good way, nigga, Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas got the Ja Rule and 50 Cent beef, nigga. Like, that shit is real, and this shit is not ever stopping, nigga. You ain't gonna never see a
that shit never gonna stop.
With them niggas apologizing to each other. Them niggas hate each other.
They do.
Yeah.
Real shit, like real talk.
I think it highlights how different the game is now because the NBA is so buddy now.
Yeah.
Everybody's so clicked up. You know what I'm saying? People they planning to play with each other and shit like that. Them niggas really hated each other.
Yeah.
And they wanted each other to fail. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
Jordan was a whole ass nigga for blackballing them when it came to
Oh, that's
Olympic
some
team.
whole ass nigga shit, ain't it?
That's some whole shit.
That's some whole
Because
ass
Isaiah was hands down probably top 5 in the league that year.
Definitely. Doug, their beef is so real. So I have family in the Detroit area and like some that were like in the same circles. And so my uncle has had like times where he's been around him. He said one time he was talking to him. Somebody brought up Jordan, like just in the middle of the conversation. Isaiah Thomas just stood up and walked out.
Man,
He was
fuck
just
that
like,
nigga.
he faded out. He's like,
Shit.
out of there.
Fuck that whole ass ball, bitch. D nigga. No, I'm just playing. Oh shit. But them niggas really hate each other like 50 Cent and Ja Rule. That's the only other beef other than 50 Cent and Ja Rule, niggas really got touched. But I'm just
Right.
Right.
that's the only beef that I can think of where these niggas is like, it's been 20 years and these motherfuckers still don't like each other. God damn it. Shit, let it go.
Right. It's like it's
No,
that
but
It
honestly,
is
I
like
feel
people
like
at this point.
I feel
At this
like
point,
I
they're
feel like
old enough,
Russell
they're just
I
taking
feel like
that to the
Russell
grave.
Westbrook and Patrick Beverly gonna be on the same shit in 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They really hate each other. But yeah, man, it's crazy though, man. You don't see that no more really in the league like that.
At
Mm-mm.
all.
I mean, I don't know.
Shit is crazy.
Mm-mm.
The
But I
most
think a lot of it has to do with that with just them not showing sportsmanship when they lost to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was grimy.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you just don't. I don't remember a lot of other teams doing that back, even though I didn't really watch it like that. Obviously, I was young, but just hearing the stories, it's like
Facts.
some
That's
people
just
might
that's
have, but
never
not like
good
the whole team.
sportsmanship.
Always shake
Yeah.
hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think about like your intramural sports as a kid, parks and recreation kind of stuff.
Right.
You still shake
Yeah.
hands. It don't
Mhm.
matter if you lost to a
Right.
team that was like 3 times bigger than you, scored
Right.
5 times as many points. You still
Like
shake
even
hands at the end of the
playing,
game.
even playing high school basketball, like I didn't want to shake nobody's hands, and if I did, like I would just do like a half little toss,
Exactly.
toss,
Do a little
or I'll move
You
my
an
hand out
attitude.
the, But I mean, I
or just walk
have
down
to
the
do
line and don't
it.
shake
Yep.
hands.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I ain't making no eye contact with nobody. I'm here because I have to be. But you just have to do that. Now, back then,
Facts.
they wouldn't get fined for that. They just do what they want to do.
The most clever shit I thought that came about was, and this is how competitive Michael Jordan is to an insane fucking level, is that they're telling this nigga, hey, if you don't wear this Reebok fucking jacket, you know what I'm saying, you can't accept no goddamn gold medal. And Jordan,
Right.
like, okay, Jordan riding the whip, okay, motherfuckers, I got something for their ass. They think they got me? Okay. This nigga shows up at the fucking award assembly with an American flag over the Reebok sign. They can't say shit about that. You know what I'm saying? You represent
I
That shit
mean,
was
country.
clever though.
Nigga, that was the smartest shit ever. This nigga really a low-key
Yeah,
genius.
that was super, super clever, man. He a genius for that shit.
Nigga, what?
Definitely. He like, I'm not violating any contracts, any
yep,
agreement.
I'm wearing it.
Your outfit. Ain't nobody know it's yours though.
And then
Right.
the people probably loved it more. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jordan got on the flag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Made
Yep.
it better. You know what I'm saying? The shit was,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
it was levels
And
to it.
the crazy thing, man, I don't know if y'all ever sat through a whole a gold medal ceremony or a medal ceremony in the Olympics. That shit is long as hell.
Hell yeah.
So he had that
So
flag on
long.
the entire time.
The entire
Hot as a
time.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
He clever for that though, man.
Another nigga was burning up like, shit, I want to take this shit off, but fuck it. Shit. Fuck the nigga.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Another thing was that Jordan said that if he could do it all over again, he wouldn't be a role model. You know what I'm saying? He said he's not the leader that everybody wants him to be as far as on the activism side. And I thought that was deep because, he takes a lot of hit in the media and just barbershop talk, I guess, for, not supporting Black culture, and for him to, you know, all these years later say like, that's not me. I'm not a leader for that. That's not my role. That's not who I am. How could you not? That made me respect him a little more when he said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the one you should be following. I'm not created for that. My sole focus was on playing basketball, and that's what I did. And even now, that's not the person who I am. I'm not an activist. I'm not a leader for that.
Right.
He said,
I think it's fair though.
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair, man, especially because the whole argument was based upon some political shit. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing was just like, man, like my entire life has been dedicated to the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And now that I'm a global icon, which I never asked for, you know what I'm saying, my talents, you know what I'm saying, end up bringing that to me, but I'm a global icon at this point. So you telling me every little thing that I do, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be a representation of an entire, not even nation at this point no more, because he was a global icon. And his whole thing was just like, man, like, I just want to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I just want to play sports and all that.
Like,
other
I
shit,
get that though, but I feel like you have to be careful with the type of endorsements that you accept, because like with the Gatorade endorsement, "Be Like Mike," how are we gonna argue that you're trying to be a icon or role model? The whole campaign is literally "Be Like Mike," with a bunch of kids, y'all playing y'all hooping at the park. Like, what did you expect?
But I think even with that though, it was still surrounded by basketball.
Right.
And I think Gatorade whole thing was just, okay, well, you drink this Gatorade, you can jump high like Michael Jordan, you can shoot like Michael Jordan, you can dribble like Michael Jordan.
Right.
So everything is still surrounded by the game of sports. But when it starts talking about just his political views and different things like that, to me that's just not fair. Where you have somebody like a Muhammad Ali who actually stepped into that stage. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he wanted to do outside of like the media putting that pressure on him to take a stance on certain different things. And honestly, I feel like if I was in that role, man, I'd take the same stance. Just like, I'm here to play sports. You know what I'm saying? All that other bullshit y'all talk about, man, I'm straight. And then like he never really did anything crazy. Michael Jordan never did nothing crazy ever. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas who got caught up in some serious different allegations. He never had no crazy serious allegations. The most you could say, he probably gambled too much, and he spent that on the show as I don't have a gambling problem. I have a competitive problem.
Yeah,
right.
He spent the hell out of that.
At least he was honest. Like, I'm not who y'all want me to be. I'm not gonna be who y'all want me to be. I'm gonna be me.
Right.
And if you know, be like Mike. Anybody could take that for what they want to. Like, they see how he practiced hard. They see how he strived. They see how he never, you know, wanted to be somebody's equal, or so-and-so play like you. Like, oh, no, he don't. Let me work a little harder. So it's like, if you think about it that way, then like, okay, he is a leader in a way, in his own way, but not in the way that you want him to be.
Facts. I'm in total agreement with that. Although I think just because of where our plight in society is as Black people, when you do become some type of iconic figure, and maybe not at this time because the 80s, it was different, and I can't speak on it because I wasn't alive, but when you do become some type of iconic Black figure, you do have some type of responsibility to represent the people. Because a lot of people who are discriminatory or whatever against us, they don't have everyday interactions with Black people. So if you're speaking out, telling them like, Black people can do this, Black people do that, Black people are great in whatever way, and they like you, they respect you, they're their idol, that is, even though what you're doing now is still helping the overall cause, you could push the cause more. I think the only person on that documentary who understood him, though, was Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama was like, no matter what you do, you know what I'm saying, you in a lose-lose situation if you don't. So you damn if you do, damn if you don't. You got to do what you want to do and not worry about what everybody else thinks. I thought that was deep.
Yeah, I think the only thing with that, man, I just feel like, why can't you take a neutral stance on something? Because if you helping society push an agenda towards one way, you got a whole nother audience that hates you at that point. And if you go towards the other way, you got a whole nother audience that way to help you at this point. At this point, when it comes to not even just thinking about basketball, when it comes to just pure marketing, he did the smart thing. because if I want a life outside of basketball, I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying, make money in other ways and other endorsements. But if I voice something too much to the right, everybody on the left is going to hate me. You know what I'm saying? Everything in our society is split. Like, even when it comes to just, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, Democrats and Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to have an opinion towards something. But if I'm on the stage to play basketball, I want to play basketball. Any other opinions that I have about my personal life, that's only for my people that's close to me. You know what I'm saying? That's not for the public.
Nah, I'm with you because I'm not doing shit for nobody else. I'm only doing shit that I want to do.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I don't care. Only thing that matters is the people that I care about. Now, if they got something to say about it, fine. And even then, I'm still only doing what I think I should be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Lifestyles is a men's and women's clothing store that carries exclusive quality labels. Their mission is to bridge the gap between mainstream fashions and luxury brands. They're the go-to place for the latest fashions and trends. You can shop with them online at lifestylesapparel.com. That's LIFESTYLEZ apparel.com. And follow them online at Lifestyles Apparel on all social media outlets. While you're at it, visit them at their brand new Memphis location.
You're tuning in to the Copacetic Hour.
This is the copacetic hour.
Why don't you just chill?
Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Back to the podcast. So last week we talked about the rapper from Grand Rapids. I just think his name was Cass G. He, you know, made that G-Cass. He made this. I don't want to say outrageous because it's battle rap, but outrageous, I guess. He did his goddamn job. You know, talking about black women. All right. So, you know, everybody crucified him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then he came out with a response video. I'm going to play the response right here. Hold on.
I've been sitting up here thinking about the stuff that I said in the battle and how it can affect people. And from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely say that I'm sorry for y'all being dick suckers.
First off, it's battle rap, so suck my dick. I'm strapped, try me offline, you gon' suck my clip. Pedophile high, you know how many sluts I get? They hate when a nigga gloss, y'all should shut y'all lip. All the pussies in the comments lick a nutsack. Apologize, I thought about it, nigga, fuck that. Twin Glocks in a Tommy, this ain't Rugrats. Niggas know I'm doing better than them, so they upset. Coronavirus out, and y'all worry about rap shit. Boy-headed bitches linking, fighting on some rap shit. Yeah, you comment sleeping on the air mattress. Blankets for your blinds and your kitchen full of rat piss. Most of y'all flat broke is really starting to make me nervous. People on the internet capping like they fucking perfect. So my battle rap verse made a bunch of people cry. I guess my new mixtape gon' make a bunch.
I like that.
Twin Glocks in a Tommy. This ain't Rugrats.
I like that nigga low key.
Ooh, my nigga G-Cass coming with the bar.
So you know him, DQ?
Yeah, we went to school together. That's my dog.
Okay. Tell us, like, because I know one of our homies was at the fucking battle at that time. This nigga standing in the background. Yeah. I hit this nigga up. He was like, shit, nigga, it's battle rap, nigga. That's what you supposed to do. The shit was crazy. What did you think out of overall in his response?
I mean, honestly, if you know the nigga, you really wouldn't even be surprised as far as like the response. And honestly, when I first saw the video of the response, and it was showing like he was crying or something, apologizing.
Yeah, I'm
like, man, and at any given second, he gonna be like, man, fuck that, or it's gonna be some type of joke or something.
Right.
And sure enough, that nigga had some water running, and he just went the fuck off. So, but no, the crazy thing though, man, like I said, it is battle rap. When you sign up for this sport, some shit gonna happen. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? And really nothing is off limits. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about all these, we got these hidden rules or mama's off limits or kids and shit is off limits. At the end of the day, man, if you don't want your kids talking about find a different hobby.
Right. Do something different.
Yeah, I thought the same. Well, it was. Well, I watched the original video, and I was like, oh, okay. Then I had to tell myself, it's battle rapping, you know. So I mean, nothing is off limits. Again, like you said, you signed up for it, but to me, I was just like as a female, I was like, all right, that's a little bit much. Talk about these kids, you know. It was just a whole nother other for me. So again, when I saw his response, because he went so hard in that, I knew it wasn't going to be a real apology. And I don't know him, and that was the first time I ever really listened to him at all. So I was just like, man, this is crazy. But I mean, I guess that's what you have to do. You got to keep going. I mean, for anybody that's in any sport, any profession, like people gonna come at you, and if that's the field you in, you got to be ready for it, I guess. But it was a little much for me.
Facts.
Man, I mean, and then again, I mean, I just feel like it's unfair to also to like judge a person as far as his character and everything off something that he's doing in the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. To me, that was just too much. And then the fact that this battle was old as hell. Like we talking about some years old.
Yeah, I heard it was like 5 years old, and it just
that shit was old as hell. It had the city buzzing some years ago. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just like somebody brought it back up, but it didn't do nothing but help him out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, shit, you get that nigga more juice.
Facts.
Like back then, was it like when it did come out and all that? Like, was it as controversial as it is now? Like, I know you said it was rah-rah, but was it like?
It was, but like everybody where we from was just like, shit, that's G Cash and that nigga got bars. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But it was more so like outside people. Because my thing is this. Now, if it was me and I was the other nigga and G Cash was, you know what I'm saying, battling me, we would have been scrapping mid.
Right. That's what I was like.
I would have hit that nigga, dog.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just like. And the crazy thing, like, man, the battle wasn't even close. He destroyed dude. I don't even think Buddy could even rap after that, man. Cause it's like, but that's what he did. He took his mind off of everything that he prepared for this battle. Cause he's sitting up there with all this anger and all this rage, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't even want to compare it to like pledging or Greeks or anything, but nigga, we pledged, and I got called some of the worst shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta keep going. The same thing, you know what I'm saying, in other sports. Them niggas wear helmets down there when they playing football. And people can know what type of shit that they send down into each other to make the person lose focus and not do their assignments or different things like that, man. You'll be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like overall, I still stand with my original thought that, like, regardless of battle rap or not, there's certain topics that should be off limits. And I feel like for us, especially like Black culture, the whole dark skin, light skin debate has been so negatively perpetuated. It's like, I don't think that was necessary, especially to portray it to young people.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the fact that it was his daughter. Forget the fact that, you know, like, it's battle rap. Just forget that for a second. Like, you don't talk about a young Black girl and say that because she has darker skin, she's a bitch. Like, I just find that repulsive, regardless, coming from a Black man directed towards any Black girl. Forget anybody specifically, but a lot of dark people can hear that darker skinned individuals and like, dang, like, really? That's even though it's like, I understand the goal is to be disrespectful, but that shouldn't be anything that should ever come out of a Black man's mouth, in my opinion. So
I feel what you're saying.
There's a lot of other things that you can do to disrespect somebody's baby mama, somebody's kid. You can call them ugly, but ugly dark skinned bitch, she 5. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just like with the mental health piece, like we see kids taking their lives so much earlier, and it's like something like that can really damage somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not even be the person that he was saying it in regards to in that situation, because I'm pretty sure if your daddy a battle rapper, you got some tough skin. So like, let's not even paying attention to it being his like dude's daughter, but like just somebody hearing that. I would hate for me to hear something like that and put it towards myself. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. And I get like battle rap is whatever it is, say what you want, do what you want, but man, And it just wasn't sweet. You gotta come, like, you have to, like, actually, it gotta be bars. The second rap, the apology, I can tell that it was 5 years ago because he did much better. Like, it was way sweeter. So I could tell, like, that was 5 years of growth. Shout out to him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I agree though. But then what's to say that, like, you know, your daughter light skin or whatever the case is, but your dad said all this stuff, so now all these threats coming at you, and you're not even the one he was talking bad about. So, you know, is that scarring? Is that really helping you, or is it hurting your family? You know, but
if his daughter starts taking ass whoopings because of it, that'll be fucked.
Yeah, like
And now 5 years later, she did that and brought it back up.
Right.
Then again, if people knew this nigga, they would not be surprised. Like, he one of those, like, really don't give a fuck type dudes. And I mean, it is what it is. So that's what I'm just like, I wasn't even surprised when I first heard about him. I'm looking like, damn, like, okay, jeez, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he went a little too hard, but then again, I'm looking like, shit, that's the cash though.
Like, it is who it is at the end of the day. And we all know some outrageous people in life where, like, they say some wild stuff and you just like, okay.
Right.
Don't say what you want to say.
Yeah. Homeboy, one of my best friends. This nigga say the craziest shit ever. I can't even repeat what he be talking about. I be deleting the fucking message on my phone because I be like,
that is the biggest thing that ever stopped me from going through your phone. It wasn't saying anything about another girl. I accidentally read one of y'all messages and I was just like, I don't need to think of him like that. Like, oh my god, like, crazy. I'm just like, no, because he knows how to have a filter when he talks to me. I can't see when he's not talking to me.
Gotcha.
I don't need to.
Shout out to my nigga Space. Shout out to my nigga Space. That nigga really
crazy.
So did y'all see Khaled on his live with that girl, dog? Oh my god.
Hello? Hi. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, don't do that. I have to get the water. No, it's all love. No, I got love and everything. I was saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I got a family and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? No, I got love. Water though. No, I got love. This is fan love. No, I'm good. No. Just talk to me normal. Don't do that. No, I can't. I got love. Man. I have love. I got love. Nah, I can't.
No. Where's the X? I got a wife.
No.
At the end,
he was looking.
He was like, yeah. I was like, why not? I said, in my head, I was like, if it's really bothering you, you just shut it down. Just shut the whole Instagram, you know.
No,
but
you are not that old. You know what
he wanted to see that ass movie.
Because at the end, he did like a no, like a okay, no. Like, he was like, all right, let me come back. That was a bit much. She came on there with a motive.
Thank you.
She was like, this is my time to shine. And
he gave her a little bit of
fan love or not, they're going to get this.
So
it was funny, man.
I feel Khaled though, because nowadays motherfuckers is sensitive to every goddamn thing. Like, you gotta be careful. You don't be like, oh, you're not supporting fake booties or big booties or whatever. You body shaming or you slut shaming and all this other shit. No, nigga, I'm just married, and if my wife walk in right now, she gonna fuck me up about this shit. God damn it, I just had a baby. Nigga.
Right, or the son, or his kids walking in and like, okay, daddy, what you watching? Like,
little aside, walk in there like, oh, who the ass is that, daddy? You got him shaking the ass on the IG, daddy. What's going on? I feel him though, but had it been me, I'd have watched. I ain't even gonna lie to you, goddamn it. I'd have told
you. Would have, because honestly, if I had walked in the room, I'd be like, "Ooh, who's that?"
Yeah.
I got another follower.
Yes, girl. I'd have watched. I ain't even gonna lie to you, goddamn it.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Babe, come here."
We would have.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I guess he did all he could do. Was just
not enough.
Right. I would have been like, just shut it off. Just shut it down.
Man, you should have kept watching that shit. I ain't gonna lie, she was going crazy for a little minute.
Her name Sophia. Her name was Sophia James, I think her name was.
Nigga, you must have went to her IG. Hey,
Go ahead and send me her profile, big fella.
Gotta do my research. You know what I'm saying? For the
let me find out. That's what you call it these days, research?
Research.
This nigga be blaming everything on research. He'd be like, no, it's for the podcast.
Right. Okay.
Oh, man. Hey, did y'all see that 5-year-old that took his parents' car and was on from Utah and was on his way to California to buy a Lamborghini?
How old are you? You're 5 years old. Wow. Okay. Where did you learn how to drive a car? And where are you going to go? Where are you driving to? And where does your sister live? California? Wow, okay. All right. Hey, you just sit right there for me for a second, okay?
First of all, yes. Like, and he was 5. Like, he was kind of big to be a 5.
He on a 5-lane highway with no fear in the world. Nigga, I tense up. I'd be like,
yes.
Like, I'm pretty sure he only had one hand on the wheel. He had the radio on and everything. Like, this nigga was chilling.
Oh my!
I'd be like eating the Xanax before I get on the highway, and he just fine with it. I'm like, something wrong with me.
I mean, keeping up with traffic.
Then he pulls over like this nigga pulls.
Yes.
Shit, I done got flicked.
He look like it's 5.
And that's all I kept thinking about. I'm looking like, when he got flicked, did he really pull over?
Right, like he knew.
It wasn't no chase, no prolongs. Like, he did good. He waited for traffic to clear. Moved on up.
He was prepped for this. They had to have been doing some driving lessons with him when he was.
I don't know.
He was sitting them on the lap as they're driving, and I don't know because that
nigga wasn't.
No, it's crazy though. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He was whipping that mug, and then they said he had what, $3 in his pocket.
$3 about to get a Lamborghini.
I'm to go buy a Lambo for $3. That nigga's about to show his negotiating skills.
Hey, told the police he was on his way to Cali though.
I'm going to California to buy a Lamborghini.
Right.
Greatest face ever. Just like, yes, that's where I'm going.
Man, dog, that's crazy.
Like that.
Never heard of those shit. Like, if you
didn't
just watch the video just now, we would have thought it was fake. You know
yes. Stand in the lane, like didn't hit nobody. I'm like 5. I just can't.
No fuck.
I can't.
That's wild.
And like the mom said that they had like an argument because she was, and rightly so, saying like, no, I'm not buying you a Lambo.
Right.
Like you're not getting one. And then she sent him to his room. This nigga took the keys and head out. Like he was just out with $3.
And I'm fucking getting the Lambo and I'm drive it back and leave y'all shit there.
Right.
Can you imagine getting the call that you needed somebody to come pick up your vehicle? Like, wait, the car's been stolen?
Right.
No, the car hasn't been stolen. It was taken by your son. You looking back like, was it the 13-year-old? Nope, the 5-year-old. Like, what?
That's crazy.
Like, his mindset was, he about to be something big or something, because he's 5 years old and you already got your mindset like, I'm about to go do this. I already know how to drive. I'm just going to follow all the signs that say California and hopefully I make it to where I'm supposed to go. Like,
hey, you can get anywhere as long as you know like the direction you got to go.
And you can read. Hell yeah, you read.
I mean, true.
You just be like, arrow that way. Okay, keep going.
I'm still just flabbergasted.
I watched that video like 3 times. Like, this just.
I can't believe it. Shit is insane.
Shit was funny, man.
This week's episode is sponsored by the Design Lab at Shutterstock & Co., From logos and business cards to invitations and custom tees, the Design Lab is your one-stop shop for graphics. The Design Lab is the sole creator for copacetic merchandise, available now. Use your promo code copacetic for 10% off your copacetic merchandise. Shop now using the link in our bio. Back to the podcast. So we're going to go into the email of the week. Send your emails every week to thecopacetichour@gmail.com to be a part of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Our followers have been sending some crazy ones every week.
And we have another crazy one this week.
Okay, let's see. Get it.
This one comes from Danny. He said he wanted a shout out, but I'm not giving him any play, so I'm not gonna give y'all his Instagram name. But shout out to Danny.
Damn.
So Danny says, "I'm a biracial.
Okay.
My mom is black. My dad is white.
Okay.
My girlfriend is white.
Okay.
We're both vegan, but my girlfriend is much more vocal about it.
Okay.
We recently went to my home for dinner. My parents aren't vegan, but prepare vegan food when I'm home. Over dinner, my girlfriend began comparing eating vegan to the civil rights movement, which my black mom found very offensive. I tried explaining to my girlfriend why these comments may have crossed the line, but she gets really upset. I don't know how or if I should try to talk to her about it again. And my mom refuses to talk to my girlfriend until she apologizes. My dad sides with my mom. What should I do?"
Shit.
I have a really simple answer to this email. And I'm vegetarian. So I feel it. I feel it. Because sometimes it'd be a struggle. You be feeling like you singled out, but then you need a new girlfriend.
That's it.
You just need a new one. Just call it good. Because you're not going to understand.
That's
This is
extreme, though, man.
Right. Why? But why did you feel the need to bring that up out of all things? Like you could have compared vegan to vegetarian to pescatarian. I mean, anything other than that.
anything, like any other, dietary needs, or even like, okay, to say being vegan is similar to being Jewish, only because of like kosher dietary guidelines and like having stringent beliefs about things like that. Okay, I get it. I could maybe play off of that one. If I was Jewish, would I have found that highly offensive? Yes, I really would have.
Right.
But it would have at least made sense.
Right.
What about this ever crossed your mind to equate veganism to the civil rights movement, to your boyfriend's black mom? Why?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why would you even think that was okay to do?
Right. I want to know what she said, like what was said, and like what was she comparing to, and why did it make sense to her?
Right.
And like, how did the mom react, and what did she say to try to like break it down? Or she just couldn't. She was floored.
Mama was pissed. She still hasn't talked to her. But I'm just gonna call her Becky. Becky needs some new like perspective of life. She needs to repeat a couple history classes, get a better understanding of African American history and the plight of African Americans throughout the actual civil rights movement, not to be confused with the vegan rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently very easily confusable.
Why can't you just say like, it's frustrating that when I go places, there's never any vegan food. Why is that not good enough to say?
But what if she was like, she feels like she gets told that she can't eat places like black people got told that they can't eat places. Like these are meat eater only restaurants.
I hope she didn't do that.
I'm just trying to like even think about how she thought that this was okay.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, man, that's a conversation you and your boyfriend have on the ride home. You don't bring that shit up to dinner table.
Or if you should feel convicted enough that you should be like, hey babe, like, what did I say wrong? Like, I'm sorry if that would be me. If I care about that person, I want to know why I hurt their mom or why, the conversation wasn't appropriate. Like, if you really care, but, I don't know if she does because he's the one who's concerned, obviously. But if she's not showing that, then it's like, no, why do I want to be with you when you're not even willing to try to get to understand?
And this is my mom. This ain't just.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is mom's, bro.
The reason I'm here with you.
Life.
I mean, from being married, having a mother-in-law and all that good stuff, there have been times where, like, I found out that your mom got offended by something that I said. And most of the time, it's literally, like...
my mom be having beef, or they used to be having beef back in the day, nigga.
All the time. But most of it was, like, one of us misheard what the other one actually said. And once we, like, break it down, normally via text, that way there's no misunderstanding of what was said, we'd be like, oh, okay, we cool. There's no way that you can clear that up. There's absolutely none.
I apologize.
And if I had hit her with something that was like at that level of like, because okay, if you thinking about like somebody old enough to have like a girlfriend where y'all are going over to parents' houses for dinner, like y'all at least like in your like late teens, like college years or older.
Right.
That means that your Black mom lived through something. It's hard enough being Black in 2020. So growing up in the 80s and the 70s, 60s, and going further back, it didn't get easier going back. Like,
right.
Why would you think that it was okay to say that? So honestly, I think Danny needs to leave Becky, and go find a nice Black vegan girl who can understand the cultural differences.
DK, would you leave? Would you? Like, how would you react?
I'm probably the wrong nigga to ask that question.
That's what I asked.
I would have told her ass off right there, like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
Right.
No, it would have been bad. No, like, yeah, I would have definitely told her, yeah, this ain't gonna work out, miss. This is not gonna work out. I mean, I think it's one thing. First of all, you got to be sensitive to the fact that he has biracial parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be the first indicator.
Yeah.
Like, some things you just don't bring up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, did you bring that up over there because he has Black parents, and that was the only thing that you thought like could? Oh well, this is my vegan struggle. So the Black struggle. Maybe you know something about that. Maybe that was our mutual ground. I don't know.
But like,
I can't make sense.
And most of the time, veganism is an option. Being Black is not an option. Like, that is
contrary to popular belief.
Like
you ain't got no clapping, no audience clapping.
I mean,
I can't control that I'm Black. What the fuck is you talking
about? So how? Like, I was born into this. I had no choice.
Yeah.
What was given to me was given to me. Like, even stories my grandmother tells me, like, I cry when she tells me stories. I'm like, wow. And that's why I'm like, look, I don't want her to have to struggle for nothing because she struggled for us to even be here. So, like, take pride in that and leave that girl. Nope, couldn't be me.
See, for me, this even more than this one isolated incident, even the fact, like, let's say she went ahead and texted moms and was like, I apologize. I see why that was insensitive. She still got to go. Because if this was just a regular Friday night dinner that she said this, she ain't coming to the Thanksgiving dinner. Because she gonna be on some other stuff. Right, like, no.
It had to happen when my cousins would have fought your ass, right?
Yeah, right.
They would have.
Yeah.
To beat her ass right after the family get together. There would have been no. What happened? Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, like, no.
She would have had to go. My mom would have been like, she got to go. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah, it's a wrap for Becky. But then, like, my mom, like, she from the hood. She would have got this right there at the table.
DQ would have
I'll be having to call my mom down in too many situations, man. I said, I'll be having to call my mom down in too many situations. Like, we'd be out for dinner. And I'd be like, Mom, it ain't even that serious, bro. You got to relax.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah, Becky wouldn't have made it at my crib.
Becky got in the car and was like,
what more do you fucking need?
Right. And the fact that the mom cooked a whole vegan meal for you to eat at her house. She considered you. Like, you have no... She just got to go. She really has to go.
Yeah, that is fucked up. she did go out of her time to make sure.
Right.
And then you just say some insensitive shit like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not even like the mom made like a separate but equal meal situation. Like, no, she made one vegan meal for everybody. Like, I don't get it.
That's fucked up.
That's crazy. Nope.
Danny, get a new girl. You
Yeah.
know, maybe I should just read his Instagram name so he can get a new
Okay,
girl. Y'all just hit his inbox.
Somebody will appreciate his family
You know what I'm
and
saying?
not be offended.
Danny probably got good hair, you know what I'm saying? Good long hair, you know what I'm saying?
Good curls, good curl pattern.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your boy, get the curls going, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got curls? I was playing.
Oh, I ain't got it right now. The quarantine kind of got you a little rough.
Uh-huh.
I can't put no hat on my head like DQ.
DQ, what's that looking like underneath there?
Let's see. You got a fro under there? I ain't never seen you with a fro. Let's see. Like.
Ooh,
hi.
You like 18.
Man, this shit bad, man.
Younger.
Yeah, this rough.
And you couldn't afford a haircut.
You not gonna do it yourself? You ain't gonna try to?
No, man. I'm gonna keep the caveman look going, man. Hopefully this week ass beard to start showing me some love.
I said the same thing. Hopefully my beard.
I've been working on this forever, so let's see what happens.
It don't go. It don't go.
Are you tired of paying unnecessary fees for banking? Do you only use mobile banking anyway and hate going into the branch to handle your business? If so, Chime is the copacetic option for you. It's one of the fastest growing banks in America, charging a total of $0 in fees. Join Chime today using our special code and get a free $50 after your first direct deposit of $200 or more within your first 45 days of opening the account. Find the special code in our Instagram profile and join the Chime family today.
You're tuning in to the copacetic hour. Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill?
Back to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That commercials. Get your merch. Get your merch. Get your merch. God damn it.
And utilize Shutterstock & Co. I don't know who the owner is, but they're amazing.
They are.
Hit them up.
So we're going to move into the next segment of the podcast. The what? The hood situation. What? Hood situation. Why? Because shit be happening in the hood. So today's hood situation is it okay to let your friend be a side chick? Is
it okay?
Guess Miss Jazz, is it okay to let one of your sorors be a side chick and you just be out there giving it up all willy nilly?
I almost said something.
Get yourself in trouble.
Right.
Hey, if any of y'all sorors listen to this, look, hold on.
You know the rule. Don't take none of this shit personal. It's just comedy.
For any of my friends, I don't think it's okay to be a side chick in general. If you didn't know, you didn't know. But also, if they're telling me, I'm giving you the straight, like, you look stupid, it's going to fire back at you. You're not in the right, I'm going to give you everything. But at the end of the day, you make your own decision for you. So I'm going to have to be okay with it. I can do all I can to prevent you from it and try to, this is why you shouldn't X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, you make your own decisions, and I'm still be here for you. But, let's just not bring that topic up because it's going to get real.
The words right out of my mouth.
I mean, it's not cute to me.
What about you, bro?
Honestly, I mean, with me, I don't give a fuck what you do. That's your business. That's your life. And I got a little thing I say. If I ain't fucking you, financing you, or feeding you, I really don't give a fuck what you do with your life. That's your business.
Yeah.
I can give two shits. You can be out here just throwing pussy all around. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna say?
Right.
Well, for me, I have to go back to an interesting episode of Copacetic Hour called Toxic Masculinity. And I remember a few individuals saying that two of the niggas right there saying that a girl's reputation can be tainted by the company she keeps. So, if it's my friend doing it, I gotta at least check him about it. Because, you know, I'm married. I don't endorse having side chicks. K5. Like, I'm not good with that.
I can't promise anything.
Man, whatever.
Yes, you can.
You already did.
Ooh.
Right.
Forgot about that one.
I can't confirm nor deny side chicks right now. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. They haven't been inside the house in the last 6 weeks. I ain't left. So. But anyway, like I feel like you are a representation of me. I don't even like having too many crazy people on my friends list on like Facebook, you know, on my feed on Instagram, just because it's like, but you follow them, like you associate with them in any capacity. And if I see somebody that's acting crazy, or that's like associated with one of my friends, I'm like, how do you know them? Because I'm just looking like it does reflect on you. Oh, based off of that wise advice, yeah, I'm gonna check them about it. Even though none of the 3 F's would apply, I still gotta. The 4th F is friendship, and if you're somebody that I really consider a friend like that, I gotta make sure that we're on the same level.
Hey, you killed that shit.
Right. And the fact that you know
great
about
debater ass.
Right. Right.
Yeah, she killed that shit.
And then the thing is, like, for like what you just said, you like, if they're coming to you, it's because they know that they're doing something wrong, and they know that you're the real friend that they need to talk to get talked down from it, or like, am I tripping, or, you know, whatever. So, I mean, that says a lot about, like, they need us more than we need them in that sense, because they need somebody to kind of help them.
I guess my only thing when it comes to go ahead, Didi.
Well, I was gonna say, like, as somebody that is married, and I'm like super cool with having my friends around my husband. Like, I don't trip. Anybody that I like am cool with talking, like that I'm cool with, I don't mind. Like, they all have his number. They be hitting them up. Like, Jasmine, how do I refer to you? Best friend in-law. Like, that's what it is. So, like, if I feel comfortable enough to let you be around my husband and stuff like that, I got to know that you're not on anything shady.
Right.
So if you could betray another married woman and like be like, oh, well, you know what, I don't know her, that's not my friend, that's not this or that, that's just not the kind of character that I would want around my man. So.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing that we losing the fact that we're discussing about a side chick. If we talking about a side chick, it's supposed to only be between that chick and a nigga. Nobody should be knowing that at all. If she's having this conversation with any friends or anybody else, at that point she's not a side chick. She's somebody who wants something more at that point.
No, you're missing the fact that part of the word is chick, which means we talk.
Like, right, that is a fact.
None of y'all little business personal.
She gonna tell at least one person. Like, okay, don't tell nobody, but she don't count. Like, that's how it is.
It's gonna hit the group chat on her way home. Like,
she belonged to the street. She belonged to the streets after that.
Man.
She belongs to the streets.
She might though, but I'm just saying that there's nothing that just stays between the two of you. Especially for somebody that's willing to be like a side chick kind of deal. There's like, I keep stuff between me and my man because we're married, because we have that bond, that connection. If you just somebody random, oh, let's talk about it. There's been many conversations complete with pictures. So I'm just saying, it ain't that personal as you may think.
Who issue is that though? Is it the dude or is it hers? Because nobody's being put in the side chick role unless they're agreeing to be, you know what I'm saying, to take on
It's
that
gonna
role.
be the dude's issue if his wife finds out. What you mean?
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, if they
That's the
married,
only
if his
person
wife
that is
finds
at
out,
risk in that situation.
Yeah,
Is
that's the only common denominator is him.
well, none of us have to worry about that. we don't condone those type of
Black
activities.
men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Five, what's your mindset? You real quiet on this, man.
Right. I want to hear it.
I got a lot of female friends. I love all my female friends. They always come to me with advice and everything. And I'm gonna tell them the truth, goddamn. I'll be like, look, if you're gonna play your role, you need to play your role. You know what I'm saying? Don't be over here catching feelings and shit. If you just trying to get dick down, you need to just be getting dick down and going about your business. Don't be liking this nigga. Don't be fucking up his situation because he ain't lying to you, and you should respect that. God damn it! If he keeping it a buck with you, telling you the truth, you need to be keeping it a buck with him, and that's just player. And if you can't handle that, you need to not be in this situation because what can happen is you don't know his girl. His girl might be crazy. Now you got beef with a motherfucker, and it's on sight when they see you. And it's on sight when they family see you. You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
Or this nigga, you fuck up his marriage or his relationship if you're not married, and now this nigga want to off your ass now. Now you got a nigga, a whole ass nigga want to beat your ass now because you decided you wanted more than what he told you what it was. So
that's facts, man.
You know what I'm saying? If you in a situation, I would tell every one of my female friends this: if you in a situation and if you feeling like you don't want to be in that situation, overall, you need to get out of it and move on because you're beautiful. You can get any man that you want to get. You don't got to be a side chick. You don't have to be one. If you want to choose that, fine, but you need to play it. Don't be playing the side chick thinking you finna be the girlfriend. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm not finna get with a girl that's willing to be a side chick. Because in my mind, you're not worthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To your own self.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm a side chick on you too if I do get with you. God damn it, shit. What the fuck?
We've already determined that you're not shit, so
fuck, nigga.
No, I think the conversation you gotta have with her is like what needs are being met. Is it just getting sex, or is it some type of emotional thing? Like you gotta figure out what needs are being met.
Out, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what is it?
Play your role.
And then you gotta play your role after that. But I think once you want more than what your initial needs are, it's time to make an exit.
Yep.
Because even if you expose that shit, yeah, you might have a little drama situation, but at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, that relationship is gonna go on, and now you lost the side. Now you lost the nigga that you had and whatever needs you was getting at.
Paying your bills, doing whatever.
And 9 times out of 10, the female is probably gonna get feelings, and that itself is gonna be the biggest issue out of everything because now her feelings involved. She can't get away. She want to get away. She want more. He he ain't having it, but feelings are always going to get involved unless you cut it off right before it does because it's going downhill for that.
I don't know. All my friends like super fertile, so they really just shouldn't be in this situation anyway because they're going to get pregnant 10 times out of 10. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, just don't do that. Just stay at home. Mm-mm.
You know who you are.
Keep everything closed, the DMs, the legs,
all of that.
And all of it.
Ooh.
They got that Steph Curry jumper when it comes to that. Shit.
Yeah, that's a no.
So no, you gonna tell them, you gonna be honest. You gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just tell them if you it's what it is, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. I ain't gonna tell them not to do it though. I'm gonna just give them real life facts, nigga. Like, don't put yourself in a situation you can't handle because a nigga look good. You know what I'm saying?
If that, he might not even look good.
Now, if a dude is a side dude, I mean, honestly, dudes have no problem being side dude. It's not the same.
Why is that? men,
because they just get the benefit of the relationship without the relationship.
Yeah, like,
and they feelings not getting involved, none of that. But like, do you throw her like, all right, I pay for this, like, or you just strictly like, come over, let's do this and let's go, like, then go home?
In my opinion, there's no point of being a side nigga if you are financing her, if you are like giving her anything, feelings or anything like that. You have one purpose and one purpose only.
Right.
Anything else is just like, what you doing here? You look stupid.
If you want, if I want and you here, I order you some food because that's just the type of man I am. But I'm not. Oh, can you bring me some food to work? No, you got a whole ass nigga for that. What is you talking about?
Your phone don't got DoorDash on it?
Right.
What?
That's not my role. No. If I want to watch a movie and you here, yes, we can watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? But all that feelings and stuff, that don't happen.
That shit too scary, man. It's too scary to do that.
And they're probably not the only side chick.
Yes.
So.
And then you putting yourself at risk for diseases and all kinds of stuff. That's just too much going on.
And then I don't recommend being a side chick for married people because if you marry and let's say a spouse kills you, they could possibly get off for killing your ass and a crime of passion. It just depends. It depends on how it's set up. They walk in on y'all fucking and they shoot your ass. You know, they might go to like the mental institution for 6 months, but you know what I'm saying? They'll be out here.
Sometimes it's a price worth paying.
Hey, listen. I watch so many crime shows. A lot of these murders be because they wife and cheated. Because he'd come kill a whole family and off herself and kill the side of it. Like, listen, I don't even need them problems,
man.
I don't
not need them problems.
If you're gonna be a side chick, side dude, don't be messing with married people. Only be messing with boyfriends and girlfriends because that don't mean shit anyway.
You know, if you're in a relationship and you desire to be like to have multiple partners, I would just say to be in a polyamorous relationship. And that's something you're gonna have to see on a next episode or a future episode of the Copacetic Hour.
So we got coming out polyamorous couple. It's coming soon.
So if you want to hear more about that lifestyle, definitely tune in.
Oh yeah, I'm tuning in.
As always.
All right. So would you rather? Is it time for that?
It is time for the last segment of the podcast. Would you rather the game? Let's see, babe. What you got? What you got for us?
All right. So would you rather only be able to tell the truth or only be able to lie?
Shit.
100% unadulterated truth or 100% nothing I say is ever true?
100% lie.
DQ. This means like when you say, if I come over, hey, you got any water in the fridge? Nope. Stupid stuff. You're just always lying.
And then the motherfucker go in and open the refrigerator, there's water in there. Like, motherfucker, what you
16 bottles.
Oh, I forgot.
My bad.
I don't know because if it's telling the truth, it may be like some personal, intimate things that you might not want to share with nobody.
Man.
Right, or like some stuff you gotta go to therapy for if you don't want to.
Shit, that shit is deep.
Dang.
Hey, listen, I feel like a small percentage of what we do on a daily basis is not 100% truthful. I think it'd be too difficult to live a life like that.
Yeah,
I would say for me, working in the medical field, I gotta say that I have to be able to always lie. Because if I like look at some test results and somebody asks me a question, if I have to answer them truthfully, I'm gonna lose my license.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be able to have some level of filter on me and just be like, they're like, am I dying? 99% sure. Yes, you are. Like nobody wants a doctor like that. You can't have that going on. So I gotta say that I lie and just hopefully they're little white lies.
Right.
Be like, well, not today.
Yeah, I think I would have to say lie also because it's just again like that's a lot, and I can always apologize later. Like, oh, all right, well, my bad, or I forgot, or I was just joking, or like I can always have something. But if you know the truth, it's like thing.
You
Like
could
something
always say I forgot, because that's a lie too, knowing good and well you didn't forget. I have this thing where I just always lie.
Exactly.
So I forgot. People just gonna think I have a terrible memory.
And I'd rather you think that than to, get crushed by I don't know what.
I wouldn't want nobody thinking I'm a liar though either.
So you just
I'm a private person. It ain't so big.
Yeah.
That's my mindset.
Right. Or I can just always say I don't know. That's the safest answer. And
that is a good lie.
I don't know.
I don't know. Be saving us sometimes.
That's a lie. Because if you,
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
Shit, I think I'll have to go a lie when I put it like that. Because
the little IDK gonna be super useful.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know, my nigga. Shit crazy, bro.
Yep, I don't know.
All right, go on.
All right, the next would you rather question is, would you rather be intelligent but antisocial? Meaning that not only do you not like to be around other people, but you're not good at it either. You're worse than Urkel. Or be dumb.
Yeah, Urkel got Laura. Shit.
Season 1 Urkel.
Okay.
Or would you rather be dumb but cool?
Shit.
Like dumb.
I'd rather be intelligent and antisocial because I'm kind of already that in a way. Like I'm social, but I'm also private, and I just, that's what it is. I don't want to be dumb because then I don't want people thinking they could take advantage of me or, think I don't know certain things, or I always have to prove that, I am smart, or, cool. My whole family cool, and we all are one of a kind. So
I think about the dumb and cool people, like Cole from Martin, or
yes,
or Waldo from Family Matters. Like
always one.
No, I don't want to be that nigga.
Yeah,
no.
I was gonna be laughed at. That's gonna cause depression. That's too much.
Yeah, I don't want to be that nigga, man.
You cool. Everybody fucks with you.
No, hell no.
Okay, so
everybody laughing at you, nigga.
Exactly. That's why.
As a kid, I think you would want to be cool as a growing up, but being an adult now, I would want to be, because I antisocial, don't mean like I can't have a wife, and her can't just
have a small group of friends.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's just gonna be in the house chilling and be smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Bored in the house.
And then
nigga gonna
being
have
cool,
Pornhub premium.
Right? Being cool though, cool people that's dumb is broke. So I don't want to be broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be smart and just not have no friends. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
You could find a smart antisocial female too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's plenty of us out here. We don't be like, do you want to go out today? I'm just gonna be here. All right, well, I'm going out with my friends. All right, I'm still just gonna be here.
Because I'm already a homebody, so
me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Five and I be using each other as excuses not to go out places.
I ain't gonna lie.
We'd be like, no, we can't tonight.
Most of the time, I have to lie though. It'd be some dead ass shit because of Gigi. But sometimes, I had to throw it in there.
He just saying that to save face right now. He always be throwing me under. All right. So the last would you rather question, guys, is would you rather only eat cold fast food or only be able to ever ingest water, but you never become malnutritious? So you always are healthy and everything, but would you rather only be able to eat cold fast food or only drink water? No food intake.
Drink water. I ain't eat no cold fast food.
Nigga, give me some cold pizza, cold ass chicken, some cold ass nuggets from Chick-fil-A, nigga. Only thing I wouldn't be eating is like fries and tacos, but everything else could be cold. Goddamn it!
Hey, one thing with me, bro, I hate cold food,
fries are disgusting.
Oh, think about that though, cold fries and.
I'm just saying, you could everything else, nigga. Chicken nuggets is fine cold. Chicken is fine cold. Pizza is fine cold.
Hey, you'd be straight if you like Subway or Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's, Subway, all of that. So you can't eat soup, I guess, or fried.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we talking about like
I can eat
cold
cold
subs and
sandwiches
shit
all
like that.
day.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
So any of the food that you ever get is either cold, like it's from a fast food restaurant, and it is served cold. Not saying that it's intentionally served cold. So like if you choose to order fries, they're cold. But if you choose to order potato chips, it's not like they were ever warm. So
I don't like that scenario. Then what about it was cold food, or
that's supposed to be hot.
That's supposed to be hot.
So hot food served cold or cold food served hot.
Or cold,
yeah.
No, not even that. Or cold food that's bland. It just don't taste.
Okay, so like instead of getting like so instead of having like a Jimmy John sub that like can sometimes pack some flavor, you got like a hospital sub sandwich.
Right.
That you get after the cafeteria closed.
Or instead of eating stuffing like this nigga eat, you get some dressing.
Thank you.
I'm still mad. I'm still mad about that, man.
Hey,
I appreciate that, DQ, because it's a problem.
Instagram has spoken.
Dressing.
Instagram has been wrong before, sir.
Just saying.
Hey, and they said dressing. They did not say no damn stuffing. Man. But
Facebook said stuffing with the dumb sauce.
Yeah, look that.
If I get my food from Subway and the sandwich places, I could live off that because I can get a sandwich, I can get a salad. They do have apple slices. I can get chips. I can have a whole meal. Everything. They have breakfast food, but obviously it has to be warmed. So I'll probably just get a grilled cheese, which also has to be warm. So.
But it's bland, so nothing's ever just like that's fire. But
I can't put no dressing on it. I can't put no dressing on it.
Yeah, I'd still take the bland food over just no food.
Right.
No. Yeah. I eat food for taste. I'm a fat nigga. I eat food for taste. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I can't get no taste out of it, I might as well drink water. Shit, water don't taste like that.
So just go and just drink water because your food didn't taste fire. It was bland.
Man, listen. When I got a taste for some food, I want to eat it because it tastes good. I'm not necessarily eat every meal like, oh, it's gonna keep me in shape and shit like that.
Right.
Okay, what if?
Can I put drops in my water, like flavor?
That's what I'm saying, nigga. Put some Bell, niggas.
Just water. It's just water, y'all. Like nothing added. You just never become malnourished. But let me just add another twist. What if for your bland food, everybody else still has the full flavor of it? It's just you.
Oh no, it's over.
Damn, that would suck.
So you see everybody digging in. Think about Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody, that mac and cheese. Aunt Bertha really put her foot in it. Like you get your plate.
Yeah, that
tastes like Kraft.
My Aunt Bertha is.
That dressing tastes so good.
Yeah, dressing good cold. I eat that cold.
It is good cold.
The way my family make it.
Thank you. Dressing is good cold.
All right, so I think we've decided that we are undecided on this one, except for DQ. DQ just like give me the water.
He said, I love water though.
Here you go. Water it is forever.
I'm gonna fuck around and create a chicken flavored water.
Okay, at that point you're gonna have to get creative.
You're gonna be putting the broth in it, the ramen noodle packets.
Right.
Straight.
You're gonna be walking around with these and shit.
Like, these are my groceries for the week. Ooh, think about how much money you save on groceries.
Man,
oh yeah.
I'll just get a filter at the house, and I don't have to spend nothing. No water bottle. I can get a water bottle. Refill that.
Reusable, boy. You know, good.
Because if you think about it, that's the only thing I'm spending money on right now is groceries.
Right.
Low key. That's a
fact.
Man.
All right, so giving y'all a hit up, Jazz, where can they find you?
You can find me at JAVIK on Instagram. And then on Snapchat and Twitter, it's Jazz, JAZSIK.
DQ, where can they find you?
Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all the same, DQ_11.
Give me your hit up, babe.
You can find me at I just completely drew a blank, at Limitless Beauty at Limitless Bliss Medicine for healthcare related things. I'll be posting more after the quarantine because your girl is high risk and off work. And at Shutterstock MI for all of your custom apparel, graphic designs, and anything photo or graphic design related, hit me up. Don't forget to get your copacetic merch.
Get the merch. Also, this is your host, 5. You can hit me up at Notorious_BIG_E. Notorious is NOTORIOUS. I know niggas can't spell.
I'm just glad you spelled it right.
_BIG_E. Or hit us up at the Copacetic Hour on IG or Copacetic Hour on Twitter. Or hit the email thecopacetichour@gmail.com. This is the Copacetic Hour. Peace.
Yeah. We can do it over there. Already ready to lie. See tonight, shine like girl. I'ma put it down, rock your world. We can do it over there. We can do it over there. Already ready to lie. Already ready to lie.
Yeah. Is you feeling that, baby? Look, is you feeling me? Body shaking, just craving me, but I gotta go, so wait for me. Wait and sit, but you ain't on no waiting list, cause you know you my favorite. Girl, I wanna make my chick. Baby, don't get cocky, cause you know I got these other pics. Random selecting, pick a chick. Bring them to the crib and shit, give the dick. Let these bitches know that I be sick with it. They love it, how they getting it. Baby, hope you listening, cause I'm telling you things that I would do. Damn, you looking good, boo. Let me just pull you close so we could do anything. Just let me know. Licking every crevice, then kissing you from head to toe. Only cause you special though. Yeah, I gotta let you know I'm feeling everything about you, girl. You so beautiful, freaky when you wanna be. Yeah, you like the whipped cream, ice on the body, then she screams out, Big C.
Girl, I'ma put it down, rock your world. We can do it over there. Hey, we can do it over there. Already ready to lie. Already ready to lie.